To take out your Marigold reader. We will start from the beginning. Lesson 1, Wonderful Waste. For today we will miss the poem. We will do it afterwards. So it is in page 9 according to my book. This lesson is called Wonderful Waste. So I want you to listen it very carefully, and then I will tell you how to do the works after that. Okay. Now let's get started. I'll read first and then I'll explain. Once the Maharaja of Travancore ordered a grand dinner in his palace. In the afternoon before the dinner, the Maharaja entered the kitchen to survey the dishes that had been prepared for the feast. Here Maharaja means king. So Maharaja of Travancore means the king of Travancore. Travancore is the name of a place. So the king wanted to have a grand dinner. Grand means ropui. So the Maharaja, the king, wanted to have a very grand dinner in his palace. Palace means lalin. In the afternoon, before the dinner, the Maharaja entered the kitchen. Entered means get inside. So the Maharaja get inside the kitchen to do what? To survey the dishes. To survey the dishes means to check the dishes, whether the dishes are good or not, whether it is tasty or not. So the king wanted to check that one that had been prepared for the feast. Feast means ruai. In Mizo, it is ruai, feast. So what are you going to do with those vegetable scraps? He asked the cook. Vegetables, don't pronounce vegetables. It should be vegetables. Okay. Scraps means noi, them left over. That means man lo. Khang an khai bang chuang bang man lo. Vegetable scraps. So the king asked the cook, what will you do with those scraps? The Maharaja was pointing to the basket of scraps near the cook. Pointing the baskets of scraps. It was near the cook. So the cook replied, they are waste. They are waste. Means kang kichum man lo tura lom, man na turo tolo. So we will just throw them away. You cannot waste all these bits and pieces of vegetables. So the Maharaja said, the Maharaja told the cook that he could not throw any vegetables from that baskets. Even a tiny bit of it. The cook should use all of the vegetables. So he told him, find a way to use them. The Maharaja commanded sternly. Commanded sternly means thupe. Rorum taka thupe. The Maharaja commanded sternly to the cook and walk away. The cook was in a fix and kept staring at the vegetable scraps for some time. The cook was in a fix means the cook did not know what to do with that vegetable scraps. Then he kept staring. Staring means looking. The cook looks at the vegetable for some times. And then suddenly an idea flashed across his mind. An idea flashed across his mind means now he got some ideas. He took all the vegetable bits, means the vegetable scraps, and then washed them cleanly. Then he cut them into long strips. Cut them into long strips means and then he put them in a huge pot. Huge pot means large pot, big pot. Pot, B-O-T pot, you know, bale. He put them in a huge pot and placed it on the fire to cook. Place it on the fire to cook. Cook means here chum. And another cook is noun. So chum tu, asiam tu. But now this cook is verb chum. Okay. Next, he ground some fresh coconut. Ground here means not a flat place. Here ground means the past tense of grind. That means the som, here som, chan som. He ground some fresh coconut, green chilies and garlic together. Green chilies means You all know coconut. Green chilies means martashing. And garlic means purunfar. And then he added this paste and some salt to the cooking vegetables. And then he mixed all the vegetables together. He put some coconut, green chilies and garlic ground together. And then a tempting smell started coming from the pot. And when the cook put that huge pot of vegetable in the fire, a very good smell was coming out from the pot. Now he whipped some curd and added it to the curry. Whip means tia chokwal borborhi. Tia chokwal borborhi whip ani. Curd means doi. So he whipped some curd and added it to the curry. Here the curry means the vegetables that the cook was boiling. So the cook was adding what? Some whipped curd. Okay. So he also poured a few spoonfuls of coconut oil. He also poured, P-O-U-R-E-D, poured, means lud. A few spoonfuls. Tirfian te katin coconut oil chung lud boka, and decorated the dish with curry leaves. Maybe you do not know curry leaves. It is a very common spice in South India. It makes the curry very aromatic, it gives a very good smell to that curry if you add some curry leaves in the curry. Lo and behold, now what is happening? The new dish was ready. There was kind of new dish. The cook served this new dish to the guests that evening. So when the guests are coming for the dinner, the cook was serving that kind of dish to the guest. Guest, G-U-E-S-T. Guest means mikwalte, right here to the localte. Everyone was eager to know the name of the new dish. So when the guests eat that new dish, they found it very, very tasty. And they really wanted to know what kind of dish was that. Okay? Was eager to know means shetzak. Then the cook told and told, but the cook did not give any name to that dish before. Then he told and told. Then a name came to his mind. Then he think of a new name. He named it, what do you think? A-V-I-A-L. Avial. No, you should pronounce Oviul. Okay, Oviul. So Oviul became famous all over Kerala from that time onwards. And still now, it is one of the most tastiest dish in Kerala. It is always there in their feast. It is their traditional food now. Okay, uviul. And imagine it all came from a basket of waste. So it comes accidentally. If the king did not order the cook to find how to make use of the vegetable scraps, this kind of dish will not be there. So this is the story of wonderful waste. Now, if you look at page 11, you will see reading is fun part. Listen to me very carefully. Number 1, what were the preparations in the palace for? You will see, if you look at the first part, you will see the answer there. The preparations in the palace were for the grand dinner. That will be the answer. And number 2, why did the Maharaja go into the kitchen in the afternoon? The Maharaja went, not go. Okay, because it is past tense, as we've already learned in your class 4 grammar also. You all know that. Present, past. So the question is given in its past tense. Why did? So you should use the Maharaja went into the kitchen in the afternoon to do what? It is in the first paragraph again, to survey the dishes that had been prepared for the feast. It is in the first paragraph again. What had the cook planned to do with the vegetable scraps? So you will see that the cook, I want you to do it by yourself, this one. You can do it like this also. The cook had planned This is how we will start. The cook had planned to make a new dish with the vegetable scraps. Okay, the cook had planned to do with the new vegetable scraps. And you will do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Page 11, reading is fun. 1, 2, 3. And number 5, we will miss number 4 now. Number 5, true or false. You will do it by yourself, this one. True or false. I will not tell you the answer. This one you will have to do it by yourself. Okay. And look at the next page. Page 12, number 1. A recipe is a list of directions to prepare a dish. Recipe. Kanti itong til siam dan. Zia ka soy na. Ani. Til siam dan. Shang shang. It's a recipe. Ani. It is not recipe. It is recipe. Okay. It is a list of directions to prepare a dish. The following sentences are not in the order for preparing a veal. Name them in correct order. So you will give 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Firstly, what will you do? Wash and clean the mix of vegetable bits. You will put number 1 there. 2, cut the vegetable scraps into long strips. Put number 2 there. Grind some coconut, green chilies and garlic. Put number 3 there. Whip some curd and mix in it. Put number 4. Pour some coconut oil on top. Number 5. Decorate with curry leaves. Number 6. Veal is ready. Number 7. Look at the spellings very carefully and you will encircle in Thai bialang a spelling dik beraka dik zog ka in Thai bialang. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Stay safe.